Hey guys, it's Deborah. A couple of weeks ago, I posted a video talking you through how to get a really quick exercise snack in 10, 12 minutes where you're actually including power and agility and mobility and dynamic balance, reaction skills, even some HIIT. And you can fit it into any day, kind of between your strength training, between your longer HIIT sessions. And so many of you said, don't tell me, do the workout. So here it is. Jump in. I'll talk to you more at the end. We're going to start with a side step, and when you're ready, you're going to actually add a small hop to this. Now I'm doing a big reach. You can see I add a little bit of hopping side to side as I'm ready to do it. But you need to know if you need a longer, more gradual warm up, in a short 10-minute workout, the warm up will be short. But take the time, maybe you walk in advance of doing this. By the way, side stepping. And again, I'm taking a wide step. So I want you to reach. We're trying to get warm. We're trying to make things outside of comfort zone. Keep that side step going. We're going to bring this in to a side lunge in just a little bit. So we'll be going deeper to really work on mobility around the joints. Lateral work is super good. Here we go. Alternating sides. So we're still sidestepping in a way, but going deeper here, and take that out to the point where that side leg that goes out and is flexed. Make sure your weight is on your heel. That prevents the stress and strain from going to the knee. And what we want is to activate those glutes and to get a nice long line from your tailbone to the crown of your head. So again, we're just going to keep this going, side stepping, alternating legs. Your lever length, your leg length and mine may be different. You may not be going the same pace, maybe faster, maybe slower, and that is okay. So you're doing these under control. We're going to come into a balance though in just a moment. So coming up to a knee lift, and we'll do those all on one side. Here it is. Step out and then pull up. And notice there's a little teeter-tottering going on, right, when you get up there. You are going to have to course correct, and you've come into that for movement. So I want you to alternate sides. You're switching sides. I just am demonstrating on the same side for you. Don't get confused here. I want you to have switched legs. So we don't do a lot of them. We just go maybe 8 to 10 one side, 8 to 10 on another, alternating again. You can come back into that. You don't have to do a certain number. You could try 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and then keep going back and forth like that. And that may actually help you flip it if you get frustrated on one side with the lack of balance. Now coming back to these side steps, but look at what's happening. So we're adding agility. So instead of just simple side stepping, it's quick, step together, step together, step, and over and back, changing up the rhythm a little bit, changing it so you're moving a little forward, a little back in a zigzag. All of this is helping reaction skills. Now I want you to come back in, slow it down, come back into that balance. You'll watch here, do about 5, and I want you to switch legs. You're going to see me only repeat on one leg, right? Stay on that alternating leg. You do 3 on one side, you're going to do 3 on the other. The difficulty here is that you are moving quickly. Then I'm asking you to come into balance. I want you to jump. So you're going to jump. I turn around because I'm jumping over something. That's adding a degree of agility in a quick turnaround. But if that makes you dizzy at all, you just jump forward, forward, forward. And you can turn around once and then turn around, come back. But notice here, I'm going to add very soon a jump. So I'm going to come over, jump, and turn around. So it's over, and stepping will work, but you can flip this out so that you're jumping and then jump to come back. If you want to add just a little more impact, you can certainly do that. Again, don't let yourself get dizzy here. If that's happening, just try jumping forward. But notice that's about 1.5 feet. So I'm actually doing more of a long jump. What you're getting here is power. You're getting ground forces, which is great for bone density. That explosiveness is great for your fast twitch muscle fiber and your core, and you may be getting a little breathless. So this also serves to be an interval. Anytime you need to here, you are resting. Don't keep going if you're out of breath or feel like you're getting sloppy. The next move is also high intensity. If for some reason you can't do this jump switch, you can step and do a rear lunge, stepping back and alternating those legs. And rear lunges is much safer on the knee than forward lunging. But as you're doing these, it takes about 20 or fewer, especially following that last move, for you to feel like, oh my goodness, I'm out of breath. And that's great. So what are we getting here? Again, agility. In midair, I'm asking you to control those feet and those landings. You're getting high impact, which is your ground forces, great for bone. And I know we've heard maybe high impact isn't good. Actually, it is the thing that's protected our bones for all these years. So if you grew up doing it, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Just need to know how much do you tolerate. And if you've got joint replacement or can't, then you skip it. This is preparation. So right now, if you feel you need to recover, you can skip this until you're ready. But what I'm doing here is making sure my weight is on my heels. I have good form as I'm doing my squat prep. You don't have to go deep. You're going to stay in your pain-free range of motion, making sure your knees are happy with this. Weight again on the heels. That's an important distinction because that gets you into the glutes and keeps you out of the knees. Notice my arms. It's more like I'm cross-country skiing. I've got poles and I'm pulling myself forward. They could also be going in opposition to my hips. So as my hips go down, my arms could go forward. That may feel more comfortable. There's no right or wrong position here with this, so don't get too caught up in that, all right? And remember, our speeds will be different, but we are preparing here. From this move, we're going to come into a jump. So it's a jump squat. We're going to come off the ground. If you can't, that's okay. You can maybe move your hands up and down instead, and you will find just a little greater momentum comes from that move. So if you want to jump it, go right now into a jump squat and push. Good reach. Now, again, height of my legs, length of my legs, potentially very short. I can touch the ground without rounding through my back. But if you're really tall, you may not be able to do that. So the goal is not to touch the ground necessarily. So don't worry about that. But I do want you to get that explosiveness coming up. And I also am giving you enough here so that if you are feeling breathless, you can stop at any time. About 20 of these will do me in. So I don't know about you, but if you're getting breathless, take a break. You're going to walk around a little bit. Our next move, right here, we come into mobility. So I call these spiders. You step one leg forward on the outside of hands, rotate to it, rotate away from it, and then switch legs. So rotating side to side, and you're going to see all of these on one or the other side. It's difficult as it goes. This is not sped up, by the way. And again, if you have longer lever lengths, or you're a little tighter, not quite as mobile as you'd like to be, you may be going slower, and that's okay. The point is, do it with me at your pace and stay in this exercise as long as I do. Now, on the ground, belly down, we're going to reach one foot over to the opposite hand. And again, you can slow this down if you've got longer levers or things are a little bit tight. Your foot may not touch your hand, and that's okay too. Remember, what we're getting here is mobility, a little rotation through the spine, back extension. So we're actually working on power, and we will have a final exercise where we're actually focused entirely on power and posture, through the upper back. So tap that hand if you can. Again, it's not necessary for you to do that. The goal is, do you feel it in the right spot? You're opening up the front of that hip. You're using the muscles in your back and getting a little bit of rotation. Coming into the last exercise, just laying squarely down, reaching the hands back. Notice thumbs are out, so your palms are down. You're just reaching through the upper body. Toes are down. You've got that tailbone tucked so there's no strain through your lower back, ideally. So work on that. It can be hard if you have your feet and your arms both coming up. You may find that you do arch that lower back and strain there. And if that's true, work on your control of your pelvis and work on tucking that tailbone and the pelvis down in order to do this correctly. Nice, just a couple more, and that is it. So there you have it. If you're able to do high impact ground forces, you're doing your bones some good, you're doing your fast twitch muscle fiber good, which is responsible for those quick reactions that we all need to make when we're about to fall so that we don't. We're all concerned about how do we increase our bone density, and I'm all for that. However, what if we didn't fall in the first place and risk that fracture? Let's handle that one as well. And dynamic balance and those reaction skills included here will help you do it. The idea is you don't have to do a full hour-long workout built around each of those. You just need to have a really great warm-up or cool-down plan in your other days of exercising, and you can do little things like this every day. If you're not able to get the ground forces, not able to jump because of knee joints or replacements, it's okay. Do those as low impact as you need to, and then really focus on the other things that you can be doing. If you have questions, drop them down below. If this was helpful, thanks so much for saving it. Come back and share it with a friend.